going on, family? So, as the voice of craziness grows louder and louder out on the television and all those networks and all the stuff they want you to really focus on, I'm going to tell you to go ahead and tune all that out. Tune it out. If that means turn off your TV, it means turn off your TV. If that means changing it to a different station to see something completely different, please do that. But I mean, tune out the negativity that's going on and the fear that's going on. You have reasons to be scared. I'm not going to fight anybody on that. But it's not any reason to let that take the reins of control. Because that's what a lot of evils are counting on, okay? And also, this whole conversation of God, I'm not trying to push it on anybody. I'm not trying to make it on... I mean, it's not pushing it. I would love to share it. I'm definitely going to share it. I'm never going to stop sharing it. I'm never going to stop having the conversations to connect in any way that I have to, in order to make sure the person I'm talking to knows I'm genuinely trying to get them to understand there's no reason for me to be BSing you in this spiritual connection. Because it's all I've spent my entire 35 years, seriously, like even as a kid, unknowingly in a lot of ways, seeking a divine actual connection. And I've more than know that I've found it. And I will sit and talk to anybody all day, every day, in any way I have to get this connection established. Because everybody with this kind of insight and this kind of profound revelation happening every day, this world, seriously, you can't even believe what it would turn into. But we could turn it into it if we believe, you know? And so I call this God is motion, because I want people to get under this understanding that not trying to make up words or make up a story that fits with this narrative of some, like, I don't know the biblical God narrative that well. I honestly don't. I have people I have to confide in greatly to understand it, and I connect to it what is naturally coming into me. And there's some crazy things happening, and that's not BSing. So this is called God is motion. Today I prayed for God to help me explain this connection to the nature of this reality we grow and instinctively observe. And in just a few more moments of praying, I distinctively heard, "My child, this landscape in which you share and grow is all the proof that I can provide to show you this connection. Yes, I created the introvert and the extrovert to create harmony with one another in their concert of enlightenment. One's purpose to rise up and gain a strong voice, and the other to quiet down and look within to see beyond their conceived entitlements. Yes, I created the grass to grow and for all the life to graze upon and keep its growing balanced, giving nutrition and rain to show that they need not challenge one another. Yes, I created the water and the fire and all your inner thoughts and desires, and I watch and admire the children finding their balance and healthy purpose. For it is both the intro and extrovert's purpose to know me. And when we rejoice in this profound finding, with this revelation unwinding and combining, to refining and subsiding all that would try hiding to bring upon inequality for my diverse children, with personalities all unique within them. And I will protect them from any conceived form of attack and allow them to take back what it is evil neglects to reveal and keeps concealed with their secrecies and devised conspiracies. So I will make more and more see through their casted illusions and blasted confusions, and because with deceptions you choose to abuse them. So my love will consume them, and within me you will lose them, and you will never forget that it was always you choosing. Yes, I created the heavens for my loving children to continue to strive and feel alive, and they will be by my side while evil's darkness will divide and dissolve amongst itself. And my love for the darkness will enable the evil's essence to be healthy fertilizer for my garden of life, to be used and renewed as pure love once more, and helping create for my children even more doors to open and explore the splendor provided for them to genuinely enjoy and rejoice, and to appreciate and collaborate, and to love and learn of even more love for them that is in store. Yes, I created diversity, and the evil that turned it into division will not stray from my vision, for they knew their deeds would lead them still towards me, and so I will give them another choice, a chance to remove evil out of their language and voice. And to me they cannot deceive when I offer my full love for them to believe, and to join me and my loving children as they continue to succeed. And should they further choose to ignore or resist, I will have to then insist they rethink just once more. But after this moment, I will have to shut that door. For I said I will protect my loving children who know my love and only wish to grow further within it. So no evil would rather choose to abandon it for their own selfish pride. But do not forget I took away their shadows to hide, to abuse my good-hearted children. All those introverts and extroverts that came together in harmony in the middle center to know me, and I will keep them internally safe and free. And then the voice of inspiration left my mind, and I came here to provide this testimony of how I know God can see. I stumbled into yet another humbling revelation, for these words they fled into me with no hesitation, and still I find myself learning from them, providing for me even more powerful confirmations. How else can I share wisdoms that too are just as fresh and new to me? For I have never before learned many of these lessons, but I absolutely understand them as blessings, and to you I am genuinely confessing to let your arrogance evolve into faith, for my own ego cannot fully explain this profound ability to receive this arrangement of words, but I was distinctively told to share what I heard. Remember, all things revert to faith, and with this faith within God, you are safe. Okay. Just a little something that I wanted to show that I didn't come up with this to write this to deceive anybody. I asked a question in a deep contemplation and thoughts started coming to me, but this is what they were. And a lot of these things wasn't some preconceived thing that I could have thought of. So after learning about how the Holy Spirit and all these things work, its influence has evolved for me too. Where like your thoughts are being influenced way, 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 way deeper. In fact, as deep as thought can ever like penetrate, you're being influenced. And I want you to know it's of divine presence and quality, no doubt. And everybody's open to this. We're all a part of it. We're all within it. We're all blossoming from it. Our awareness gets to take us to whole other levels of observing it and knowing it, experiencing it. And it too evolves as it's experiencing and growing. And that changes the whole landscape and the whole understanding of even knowing. And it's all there, provided. I mean, science nuts. You guys that are, you dissect and peel all of this nature of reality to want to have you have this inner desire to drive to explain the unknown by explaining the unknown that you peel and stuff. But there's always that more to peel, right? That's that unknown that's always going to be there to peel. Why is that so hard to say that's what God is? At the deep core that nobody wants to, that a lot of, well, I'm not saying nobody, but lots of people don't want to confront. Ultimately, it is unknown, but it obviously, all of this is here. Explain it to me in full concrete scientific words, the actual origin. I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, you won't. I've spent my whole life trying to seek this language, or trying to find this. And what I found was I told myself to shut up and listen to these first thoughts and observe them and understand them. It's like, is this me? Yes, it is me, but it's also from my influence, from my environment, but an even deeper influence that environment was constructed from and is still producing and blossoming while you are thinking about it. That's God, man. I don't know why it's so hard to talk about it. And if it's getting shut down, anybody that believes in it or doesn't believe in it, you should wonder why an authority is not wanting you to use it as an actual way of saying, I get to choose what I feel and I know is true. I mean, I know I've talked to plenty of atheist people that call themselves atheists. I'm not saying there's atheists and believers. I'm saying that I've talked to plenty of people of opposite minded, and I've come to plenty of bridges, plenty of conclusions where we end the conversation. I say, well, don't you ideally think that these loving wisdoms, if all people were actually genuinely knew them, passed them down, didn't corrupt them, if that happened, this world would be of divine quality? And then even an atheist person would say yes. So these lessons that are in these divine doctrines, they're not worth tossing aside because you're pissed off about how those doctrines have been forced into